I was standing at the threshold of hell, watching my 7-year-old writhe in pain, a tube rattling beside her, eyes wide and pleading. Her tiny fists clenched around the thin blanket. I called my parents, urgency slicing through my voice. "Bring the medicine, now!" Their answer landed like a punch. "Just send us the money, and we'll bring it." Hours passed. I called again, straight to voicemail. Panic pooled in my chest, but I didn't falter. I left my older daughter with her, a guardian angel in waiting, and I ran to my parents' house. What I saw made my stomach drop into the floor. Balloons, streamers, cake, my niece's birthday party in full swing. Laughter echoed through the walls that should have been echoing with concern, not celebration. I asked, voice tight but controlled, "Where's the medicine? My daughter is in agony." They laughed. Not a nervous laugh, not a guilty one. Full, bright laughter. My mother's lips quivered as she said, "Well, we spent it on your niece's birthday. She's worth celebrating." My sister smirked, tilting her head. "Oh, you're here. Where's the gift? Don't tell me you just showed up empty-handed." My father stood, voice dripping condescension. "Don't worry, these people are just existing." And then the room exploded with laughter, a grotesque chorus at my expense. I stood silent. The silence I carried was different, heavy, calculated. I saw their eyes flash, just for a second, the first crack in the veneer. I left, quietly, calmly. Inside, the storm raged, but my hands were steady. I remembered the past, the holidays they had always helped with, the empty promises. My parents had been gatekeepers of my childhood, and I had trusted them, believed in their generosity. My heart had been a vault, open and naive, and now it was broken, a lock shattered by greed and cruelty. I began watching, carefully. Patterns emerged. Every transaction, every interaction, every smile that had a hidden knife. I traced their finances, their accounts, their lies. Every resource they had, I learned to track. My strategy took shape like a blueprint, precise, ruthless, inevitable. I didn't rush. I couldn't. Revenge, to be true, must be surgical. The hospital became my front, my daughter the catalyst. I funneled my energy into planning, quietly gathering proof of their neglect, their manipulations, the abuse of trust. Every debt they'd hidden, every small betrayal I could quantify. When the day came, I would strike, not with anger, but with inevitability. And the day came sooner than I expected. I returned to that same house, the same door where they had laughed. Only this time, I wasn't alone. Lawyers, auditors, every authority I'd quietly involved now waited in the wings. I knocked. The door swung open, and their laughter hit me like a remembered wound. I smiled, calm, cold. "Remember the money for the medicine?" I asked. My voice was steady, almost gentle. My mother blinked. Confusion. My father's smirk faltered. My sister's smile wavered. Then I spoke again. Every word precise. "The funds were frozen. Misappropriated. Your accounts are under review. The party funds, the savings, your assets, they're all being audited. Legal action is inevitable." Silence. Not a murmur. Their faces drained of color, one by one. Eyes wide, breath caught, panic replacing arrogance. You can't," my father stammered. "You ignored my child," I said softly, letting the words linger. "You laughed while she suffered. You chose celebration over life." My sister's smirk vanished. My mother's lips trembled. I watched the weight of realization settle on them. The irony, the poetic justice. The party they had thrown in my daughter's suffering was collapsing around them, and they had no idea how to stop it. I left as quietly as I had arrived. No gloating, no chaos, just silence. Outside, the cold air hit my face, and I breathed for the first time in months. Relief, victory, justice. Back at the hospital, my daughter slept. Pain finally eased. I held her hand and let the tension drain from my body. They would recover from their shock eventually, but they would never forget the reckoning. And neither would I. I had been powerless once. I never would be again.